Hi, welcome to Diaries. I'm Michelle and this is Tia. Thank you for joining us. And on our channel, we talk about tactics on how to build wealth through real estate. And be sure to subscribe weekly because it will talk about real stories from real investors working on real deals.
And today we are talking about 5 reasons to invest in Denver, Colorado.
So number one, a great reason to invest in Denver, Colorado is Denver's diversified job market. So Denver has a lot of strong industries that provides a lot of jobs. And everyone knows in real estate that real estate prices as well as rent rates are really driven by the amount of jobs that are in that area. So in Denver, we have aerospace, broadcasting, and telecommunications. There's IT and tech. The Denver market also is actually number 3 in the oil and gas industry. In addition to that, we also have hospitality with a lot of travel and tourism coming into Denver, as well as marijuana. So definitely a great job market for anyone who's looking to move here, thus increasing rents and also increasing housing demand as well.
And number 2 reason to invest in Denver is the quality of life. We have over 300 days of sunshine, so who wouldn't want that? And we have all 4 seasons, so that's also great to experience. There's actually over 5,000 trails in Colorado for all of you that are active and like to get out there and bike and hike. And in Denver, there's over 72 trails for you to experience while you're here. Not to mention we have a super active sports network here. We have all the major sports teams. NFL, NBA, NHL, soccer, lacrosse, baseball. So super active scene right here in Denver as far as sports go. And lastly, there's a ton of restaurants here and we have over 150 breweries. Why wouldn't you want to invest in Denver?
It's a fun place to be.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Denver is a great city. And number 3, another great thing about investing in Denver is that Denver is both a cash flow market and an appreciation market, which is unlike other markets that tend to be either or. So the great thing about Denver is a cash flow market. So rents typically will deliver a higher amount than what you would pay in mortgage or your debt service, assuming that you put a reasonable down payment when you purchase your investment property. And then also too, Denver also is a great appreciation market. So unlike maybe some other markets that are typically more stagnant or pretty even kill over the years, but maybe bring in strong rents because of the affordable real estate here, Denver is in high demand. So we've seen, appreciation over the past 20 years. So Denver has a great history of appreciating over. So if you buy something today, more than likely it'll be worth much more in 5 or 10 years.
And number 4, Denver is a landlord-friendly state. And what that means is basically our laws, our practices, and the cost of operating here in Colorado is less expensive than some other markets. And so an example of this for laws would be there's places like California where you have rent control. And so the state actually limits how much you can increase your rent. Colorado does have a rental housing program that actually, monitors the standard of living and the compliance of the landlords. However, we don't have laws like rent control limiting what landlords can do with their properties. Secondly, another practice here would be, for example, in a lot of places, you have to give 24 hours or more notice if you want to enter into the unit for non-emergency. Colorado really just doesn't have, statutory guidelines like that imposed on the landlords. Not to say you shouldn't give your tenants notice, because I highly recommend that you give them 24 to 48 hours just to create a good relationship, but there just aren't any guidelines like that in place for landlords here. And lastly, I would say the operating costs. So if you're a landlord in Colorado, your taxes are much lower than in other parts of the country. In other places, it's well over 1% for taxes of the purchase price. Here in Colorado, it's around 0.5% of the purchase price for your taxes. So overall, Colorado's a landlord-friendly state to invest in.
Right. And number 5, another great reason to invest in Denver is the rent growth in Denver is extremely strong. So we've seen rent growth rise over 16% just from last year, and we were kind of predicting that rent growth will continue to move forward over time. So it definitely has, because of all the reasons we said previously before, you could expect a healthy amount of rent growth over the next 5 years to 10 years. And as a thank you for staying towards the end of the video, we have a bonus tab. And the bonus tip about investing in Denver is that you should definitely be able to look into the secondary markets of the Denver metro area, such as Colorado Springs, Fort Collins, and Greeley. Colorado Springs is a great overflow market that we've seen because of the fact that affordability in Denver is becoming more and more of an issue with certain parts of the population. We're seeing a lot of people migrating and moving south into Colorado Springs, where there you can actually purchase property at a lower cost per door, a lower cost per square foot. And we're also seeing actually much higher rent growth in comparison as far as percentage wise. And then we also have a lot of military as well as the universities down there. And then the other option too would be to go up north of Denver and to look into Fort Collins and Greeley, which also has the universities and a strong agricultural job market as well too. So those are definitely secondary markets that you can look into if you're thinking about investing into the Denver metro area.
And if you are thinking about investing in real estate or buying or selling, please visit our website at doordiariesre.com. And also be sure to subscribe so you can hear real stories from real investors working on real deals. Take care.
Thank you.